Welcome, you guys. Summertime is here. I can't wait to get my pit barrel out and do some serious grilling. Today we're going to be making a couple of new twist menus. I'm going to be making a grilled burger seasoned with some of this pit barrel all-purpose rub that we have, and we're going to be stuffing it with provolone cheese, some cherry apple bacon, and then for the side, instead of doing traditional French fries, we're going to be making a nice summer caprese salad that we're going to top off with some cherry balsamic vinaigrette. We'll be right back and we'll get right to it.
The Chef Champion Show is brought to you by American Kitchen Cookware and Bakeware, Door County Original Cherry Delight, Wusthof Cutlery made with fine German steel, the original Pit Barrel Cooker, and by Glorious Malones Fine Sausage.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Just before we get started, I want to tell you I picked up this burger recipe. I went down to Panama City years ago, and I've never seen a burger that was actually stuffed. Most of the time when you see stuffed burgers, you see them kind of mix in their ingredients. Well, that's not traditional stuff. There's something with the science between stuffing it with the air inside of it that just makes for the most mouth-watering, juicy burger that you'll ever have. So I'll get right to it. We're gonna be using some portobello mushrooms and some grilled onions. The first thing that we wanna do is just give those a nice little saute. Gonna just add in a little bit of our healthy avocado oil, just a little drizzle. And the first thing we're gonna go ahead and add in our onions. So for those of you guys who don't know, proper way to hold a knife, 3 fingers tucked underneath the handle, index finger on the actual blade, and we're using the claw on the left side. So we're just gonna do nice slices, just like so. Then when it gets to where it's a little bit close to your finger, we're just gonna turn that like so. Finish chopping it just like so. And that can go right into our skillet. And then I'm using baby portobello mushrooms. By all means, you can use whatever you got. Shiitake works excellent too as well. And as you see the blade I have too, I'm using a Wusthof. You see these food release pockets? This kind of just keeps the food from sticking to the blade. So it works good for something like that. All right, you just want to give that a nice little saute again. So while that's cooking, we'll go ahead and get started on our burger, which I'm actually using a 50-50 blend of sirloin and ground round. Go ahead and throw on some gloves to be a little bit sanitary. Sanitary is good, you guys. And I'm just gonna estimate, these are pretty big burgers. They're probably gonna be about 8 ounces. So I'm just gonna do my best and do little quarter-pound portions, just like that. That's about 1. That's about 2. And you guys, this is definitely something that you can get the kids in it. Have them season up the meat. One can do the patties. I mean, the sky's the limit, you guys. I don't know if you guys saw the episode we did a couple weeks ago with the kids. Get the kids involved. And even though we're smoking on the pit barrel and it's gonna give it a nice, good smoky flavor, I wanna add a little bit of smoke to it. So I'm using some liquid smoke. And you don't wanna get carried away with this liquid smoke because it is pretty strong. Just wanna give it a couple nice dashes. Just like so. And then for those of you guys that aren't using Worcestershire sauce, please start using it. It's an excellent burger booster. It's good on meats. It just adds so much of a nice flavor. And as I add it to my beef, my sauteed mushrooms that I have over here, I'm gonna go ahead and add some of that to that too as well. And that really is gonna help waken up the onions and the mushrooms and give them a nice little bite to it. The Worcestershire sauce is also gonna help and make your burger nice and juicy. Give that a nice little mix. Now I'm gonna season it really good with my beef and game pit barrel seasoning. Whenever you're looking for a seasoning for beef, just look for a beef seasoning, or steak season works great. You can use a steak season for ground beef and burgers. It makes for an excellent burger. So I'm gonna season these heavenly, because I want flavor. There's nothing worse than a bland burger, let me tell you. So last thing I'm gonna add to that is a little bit of fresh garlic. Can you use the garlic in the jar? Yeah, you can. Is it fresh garlic? No, it's not. You know, will it taste the same? No, but by all means, I'd rather you use the garlic in the jar than no garlic at all. Those are cooking up nicely. So we'll go ahead and chop that up. And then once you give it a nice rough chop, just bring it all into one nice little area and continue chopping. Man, it's good for your stamina, I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw that out there. And we're gonna add that garlic to that like so. Throw me one quick glove on. I know when you guys are at home, if you guys don't have one of these things, it's a pre-made patty maker. You can pick that up at any one of your local cooking stores. What this does is you're able to measure out exactly a 1/4 pound patties, because this is gonna be about a 10-ounce burger, but we need 2 1/4 pound patties perfectly to make this work. So the way this works is all we gotta do is just set that right to a 1/4 pounder, just like so. So what I wanna do is kind of press the meat into the patty maker, pressing down really nice so it's really nice and firm, and I know I have a good nice 1/4 pound burger. Just release that, pull that off just like so. And we'll go ahead and make another one. Like I said, these are big burgers, you guys, so if you're not a big eater, by all means, cut this in half and share it with your spouse. All right. So with these, we're actually gonna top our burgers off. Normally I would put the onions and mushrooms inside, but this time we're gonna do provolone cheese and Newski's cherry smoked bacon. How about that? So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and open up our provolone cheese. And do you have to use provolone? No, I like white cheeses because they just tend to melt well. So I'm just gonna add some of that cheese right to the middle. And you want it nice and thick so it melts well. And what I'm gonna do is press down on it just a little bit like so. So now I'm gonna take some of this bacon, fold that over, and I pre-cooked this bacon in the oven for probably about 15 minutes. You don't wanna overcook it because then it's gonna be too crispy and it won't fold. But just how that's folded nicely. So as this cooks, my vision is that the bacon and all the fattiness in it is gonna melt into the actual burger and make it for a nice, juicy burger. All right, so now we're just gonna take that lid, just like so, and put that over the top, just like that. So what you wanna do is pick it up very carefully and just kind of work your way around it, just like so, and kind of close up those ends. Very important you do this, because the worst thing that can happen is your burger gets to cooking and it starts to open up on you, and then all that goodness inside seeps out. So this is the real deal right here. Just like so, and you got you a nice burger. So we'll set that to the side, and we're gonna make another one, and then we'll put it on the grill. We'll do that, we'll be right back, and we'll keep on grilling.
As a mother, I choose healthy snacks for my children. What they eat now can have a lasting effect on their overall health. Cherry Delight dried cherries provide a healthy snack and taste delicious. Unlike sugary treats, these tasty fruit snacks are all natural and provide essential nutrients and vitamins important in growing bodies. From chocolate-covered Cherry Delights to tart cherry juice, these snacks are full of nutrition. Order Cherry Delight online. Gift boxes are also available. Go to countryovens.com.
If you have a comment or suggestion about today's show, contact me at chefchampion.com, and don't forget to friend me on Facebook.
All right, welcome back everybody. As you see these nice beauties right here, I know you guys' mouth is watering over there on the other side. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish this last one just like so. Press down on it really nicely. Pick her up and just mold her around like so. Make sure all that bacon's in there. And as I'm taking my finger, I'm kind of molding the edges around like so. you guys can see that. And then I'm gonna press down on it a little bit because I want it kind of flat. I don't want it too thick or else it's gonna mess with my cooking time. So now's the time. It's all ready. We're gonna go ahead and throw it on our pit barrel smoker. How about that? So I'm using the pit barrel smoker today, which is an excellent smoker. The chips are actually way down at the bottom, so it allows it to get a really good smoke so the fire's not right on top of my product. So I really love this one. And the also great thing about the pit barrel too as well is as I'm cooking, because the actual coals are way at the bottom, it's a perfect circle right in the middle. So they got about a 2-inch perimeter all around the pit barrel where you can actually have indirect heating, which works excellent if you don't want to cook things too fast. So I don't want these to cook too fast because they're big burgers, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw my lid on there, but I'm gonna slightly leave just a little bit of room to get a little bit of air in there, just like so. And then while that's cooking, I'm gonna show you guys how to make this delicious Capri salad. Over here, I already have some zucchini that's already pre-sliced. I'm just gonna drizzle a little bit of this avocado oil over them, and we're just gonna grill these for about 5 minutes on each side. Use your own judgment. Just gonna set them on there naked, just like so. And you can do these with yellow squash, you can do this with sweet potatoes. You definitely don't have to use zucchini. But traditional Capri salads, it's just cheese and tomatoes, and I want to add a little bit more meat to it, but keep it healthy. So we're gonna let those grill just a little bit. I'm gonna take some of that season that I use for my burger and just drizzle a little bit of that over there, just like so, right over the zucchini. You wanna give them a little bit of flavor. All right. Go ahead and throw that lid back on so we can get a nice smoke. We'll go ahead and get started on our salad. So for our salad, the first thing that we want to do is we'll go ahead and get our mozzarella slice. Today I'm using smoked mozzarella. I've never had it before, but I'm interested to try it out. I figure since I'm doing a grill and this is a grilling segment, I might as well keep it real, huh? All right. So I'm using a cheese slicer because mozzarella is very, very soft. And if you cut it with a knife, it's probably gonna smash it and you don't want that. So just get you a nice little cheese slicer and just make nice little slices, just like so. What I would do is kind of face off that first one. Get that one out the way. Oh, isn't that gorgeous, you guys? For those of you guys that have never made a Capri salad from home, it is extremely, extremely easy and inexpensive too as well, compared to what you would pay if you go to a restaurant. They tax you pretty good. So set that right here. So the next thing we want to do is go ahead and add in our tomatoes. You know, traditionally they'll tell you to use organic, you know, the big tomatoes, but sometimes it seems like it's hard to find them nice and firm and they're soft, and I'm not a fan of soft tomatoes. So I love to use Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes have a nice firmness to them, and they just tend to just have a really good flavor. I'm just gonna face that off like so. Feel my blades getting a little dull. And I'm gonna make some nice thick slices, probably about 1 inch thick. This other one. And you guys know tomatoes are healthy for you. I don't. All right, that should be enough. We're gonna go ahead and check on our zucchini and flip them over because they only take about 2.5 minutes. So we'll go ahead and check those out before we build our salad. Oh yes, look at that smoke. And I love using the smoked all natural wood, and that way I don't have to add any wood chips to my charcoal. So as you see, they got a nice little grill mark on them. That lets me know it's time to flip them. Zucchini, you definitely don't want to overcook them. That's the worst thing you can do. It's kind of like asparagus. If you overcook it, it turns to mush very quickly. You want them to have a little bit of crunch. Because every time you guys eat vegetables or cook vegetables, it should always be al dente, to the tooth. It should always have a little bit of crunch to it. So I think those are ready to flip. So I'll go ahead and grab my spatula, see what they look like. As you see, it's got the nice grill marks. still looks nice and juicy. That's because all the Worcestershire sauce in there is just keeping it nice and moist. I'm gonna flip those over like so. Look at that smoke. Now I think my zucchini is about done, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them off the grill right away, because like I said, you definitely don't wanna overcook them. It's gonna be hard, you're gonna have to ground yourself because you're gonna wanna, oh, they're not done yet, let me cook them a little longer, but don't do that, trust me. You definitely want them nice and crunchy, because a salad should be crunchy. All right. Grilled zucchini, you guys. You gotta love it. I'm gonna go ahead and throw my lid back on my pit barrel to make sure I get that nice smoke. And then we'll go ahead and start putting together our caprese salad. So now the first one you wanna put is a layer of mozzarella. And then because the Roma tomatoes are a little bit smaller, I'm gonna add 2 of them to it just like so. And because the grilled zucchini is a little bit smaller, I'm gonna add 2 of them like so too as well. And then I'm gonna add some more fresh mozzarella right on top of that. And then I'm just gonna keep repeating the process, just like so. Fresh, healthy, it's the way to go, you guys. Don't always have to have fast food to have fast food. All right, so you got that going. So the last thing that we're gonna add to that is some fresh basil. Well, actually 2 more things, some fresh basil, and then we're gonna top it off with some blackberry balsamic vinaigrette. So for those of you guys that's never cut basil before, very easy. All you wanna do is, first of all, get very big basil leaves, and you just wanna stack them like so. And then what you wanna do with that is give that a nice roll, nice and tight. The cut on this is called chiffonade. Say it with me, America, chiffonade. I know it's one of those fancy French words. Now we're just gonna slice, but we're slicing at a bias, so we're kind of slicing up it and across it. As thin as possible. All right, now I have a nice basil. So now I'm gonna top this off with a little bit of cherry balsamic vinaigrette. I picked this up at Cook's Corner. They have an awesome new salad bar there. Check it out. Or you can pick this up at any one of your local grocery stores. So you just wanna make sure you just give it a nice little drizzle, just like so. There you go. That should pair nicely. So the last thing you wanna do is take your basil, your chiffonade basil, and add that right directly down the middle, like so. And that basil is really gonna give it a nice crunch to it. And if you want to, you can put this on a bed of spinach and just add a little bit more salad to your mix. But that's pretty much it for your caprese salad. We'll go ahead and put that to the side and check on our burgers. I think our burgers are pretty much done, and then we can go ahead and top them up and see how they came out.
Glorious Malones gourmet head cheese and country pâtés are Southern deliciousness. Tender pork, blended spices, and bold flavors. Superbly handcrafted fresh, without fillers, jellies, or preservatives. Glorious Malones quality flavors have been loved throughout the Midwest for over 60 years. Enjoy it sliced on crackers, or think outside the cracker. Try it on pizza, burgers, stuffed pork, and more. Ask your grocer for Malones. Southern deliciousness.
I came in initially for lower neck pain and back pain, headaches.
Whiplash. Migraine headaches.
I have never used chiropractic here before. I was very nervous.
I decided to choose Back in Action.
Something amazing happened.
Dr. Hansen has actually made some other improvements that I was not seeing him for.
It wasn't actually back issues, but it was a nutritional issue.
Dr. Hansen, he goes above and beyond.
They're very thorough. I would highly recommend using Back in Action with Dr. Hansen.
And relief is sooner than you think.
Experience the Bottle Room with the most unique craft beer, wine, and cocktail list in the area. Open for lunch and dinner, it's a perfect setting for date night, girls' night, or your private event. Experience what's inside the bottle.
All right, so I think our burgers are ready. Who's ready to eat? I know I am. Let's go ahead and check them out. Oh yeah, that is the way they are supposed to look. Are you ready for this, America? Now, as you see, it's got a nice charred grill on it. It's dripping because it's still nice and juicy. The cheese is just oozing out of it. I know you're gonna love that in the Midwest. So we're gonna put those on there and let them rest. When you pull these off, let them rest for about a couple of minutes before you serve them. Let all that juice in there settle in. Oh my goodness. Now this is a burger platter, you guys. This is a burger platter. All right. So now we'll go ahead and assemble this together. Like I said earlier in the show, we did our sauteed mushrooms with our sauteed portobello mushrooms and the Worcestershire sauce with a little bit of pit barrel seasoning on there. That's what's gonna go on last. And then just to show you a little bit diverse, I'm not a fan of using traditional bread when I'm doing a burger, especially something this heavy. So we're gonna be doing a part of a pretzel roll, which you can pick up at Festival or your local bakery, and then a Kaiser roll. Kaiser rolls are excellent for burgers. So then I could have made a sauce, but different strokes for different folks. Use what you want. I'm just gonna use a little bit of mayo, a little bit of mustard. And then I just went and picked up some nice leaf lettuce. Break a couple pieces of that off. And that's gonna go right over that like so. Oh yeah. All right, and then we're actually gonna top that right on there, just like so. OMG, look at that. We're gonna put a couple of tomato slices on there first. About 2 of them. Just like so. Right. And then just gonna top that on like that. Oh my gosh, summertime. And you guys, as you guys see, I made all this outside, no need to go inside. Get your radio playing, relax, have some fun, get your cook on. All right. And it looks like that's almost about it. I think it's time to eat, but I'm gonna take a quick break and then we'll be right back and I'll show you how to eat this stuffed burger. Chef Champion here with an American Kitchen quick cooking tip. Visualization. I can't stress to you enough on how important it is. Remember, it all starts with a vision. You must first visualize in yourself, in your mind, what you want to do, how you want to do it before you do it. When you do this, it takes away a lot of stress that can seem to come into the kitchen. So like I said, visualize. And when I say that, you're only using your imagination. So take your imagination to the next level. That's another American Kitchen quick cooking tip. All right, welcome back. Now it's time for the best part. We'll go ahead and see how we did. Go ahead and top that off like so. This is definitely a burger that you want to cut in half. I mean, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. We're gonna cut that right in half. And you don't necessarily always have to cook your burger well done. You can kind of go like medium, and that's really nicely. Oh my goodness, look at that. And that's what you're looking for. You got the cheese melted in there, you got the bacon inside, so you actually have to cut through the meat, the ground beef, before you even get to the bacon. Isn't that a twist? So we'll go ahead and try that out and see how it is. Now that's a good burger, you guys. Try this at home. It's a little bit extra work. You got to put a little bit more love into it than normal, but I guarantee you satisfaction is gonna be tenfold. That's our show this week, you guys. I'll see you next week.